In terms of the new things that have come in the new act, one of them I've mentioned that we are moving away from provident to pension. Provident simply means when a member retires or when you reach retirement age, you go to NSSF and you get your money in lump sum. Now, under the new act, when you retire, you are supposed or expected to get a monthly pension. That's why it's called a pension scheme. So you are supposed to get a monthly pension in the form of annuity or income drawdown, okay? And there are also other such changes that have come into the Act, what we call additional benefits. For example, we have death benefits that have been provided for, disability benefits. We also have funeral expense of a tune of 10,000 per member in the event of death, and also expatriate benefits. In other words, if you are leaving the country permanently as immigration benefits, you get it from the Act. Now, in terms of contribution structure, we have two levels, okay? We have what has been introduced as Tier 1 and Tier 2. Now, Tier 1 is the basic contribution. Tier 1 basically replaces what we used to have as the basic mandatory contributions to NSSF, which was pegged at a maximum of 200 shillings. What we now have is Tier 1, which is based on a percentage, which is 6% of the lower earnings limit. So if you take the lower earnings limit of 6,000, the employee is supposed to pay 6% of 6,000, which amounts to 360, and the employer is supposed to match that. So Tier 1 basic contribution with effect from February is 360 for employees and 360 for the employer. That brings a total of 720. Then now we have Tier 2. Tier 2 is based on the difference between the lower earnings limit, which is 6,000, and the maximum earnings limit for year 1, which is 18,000 shillings. So we get 6% of 12,000, which gives you 720. So if there is any staff earning above 18,000, their contribution of 6% employee and employer is limited to 18,000 per month. Those are mandatory contributions that must go to NSSF. Then there is the option, the beauty about the Act, there's the option of contracting out Tier 2. Okay? So remember, both Tier 1 and Tier 2 are mandatory, but Tier 2 may be contracted out to a private scheme for employers who choose to do so. Otherwise, if you don't feel like, as an employer, then both Tier 1 and Tier 2 go to NSSF, but both are mandatory.